Hello people, this is Amner Hunter from Amner Hunter Studios. I am your host. Welcome to the first video tutorial of the year of 2015. I want to wish you a very happy year and my best wishes to you all. And this time around I want to share with you a quick tutorial looking further on equalizers. For me, the equalizers are one of the best and one of the most important tools in mixing, at least for me, and I believe that for a lot of audio engineers is the same. So equalization is the process that we use to move the volume of certain frequencies. We have the spectrum of frequencies from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, and with an equalizer we are able to cut or to boost frequencies in this spectrum. We can point to a particular frequency, or we can point to a group of frequencies. So it's very useful. It can be it can serve you as an important tool, as an effect in mixes to get clarity and a lot of other cool stuff. So I wanna share with you the different types of equalizers that exist, or that are the most usable in music and in audio mixing. Okay, this is the session in Cubase of the song that we are mixing, the heavy metal song from the band Dark Ride, sorry. And I have the session here. I haven't moved anything. The only thing I did is I want to solo this guitar, because I'm going to be showing you the examples of equalizers in this. So the only thing I did is this guitar was panned hard left, so I put it in the center, and the volume was minus 13 or something. I just put it on 0 and unity gain. So let's start. I have here several equalizers. We're going to start with the most basic one, and this equalizer is used in most of the amplifiers that we use as a guitarist or bassists. For example, I have here this plugin. I did a review of this plugin earlier the last year. So if you want to check it out, I'm going to put the link here. This is a virtual amplifier, right? So this equalizer is called fixed equalizer, and it is fixed because if we move the knob of the frequency, we are not allowed to change the frequency that we are cutting or boosting, right? So we don't know also which frequency we are cutting or boosting. We just know that it's bass, low mids, and treble. So for example, I'm going to play this guitar, and for example, let's see what it does to the audio. All right. Well, when I turned on the plugin, it's affecting the signal already, because we're listening to a distorted signal, and with this amp is even distorting more. So, well, I have here on the clean channel. I'm not going to put it on the crunch channel. So I want you to listen what this does to the signal. This equalizer, bass, mids, treble. All right. Okay, so what happens here is that we are cutting or boosting the bass, but we don't know for sure which frequency we are affecting. And this is the equalizer we have in most of, I would say, in all of the amplifiers that we have or that we use normally. So this is the fixed equalizer, and that's the reason why it's called fixed. Okay, so let's move on to the next equalizer. This one is called Semiparametric Equalizer. This is used in mixing. This could be an equalizer very usable in mixing. This equalizer lets you choose the frequency that you are going to cut or boost. For example, I have here this plugin from Softtube. It's an active equalizer, semi-parametric equalizer, and I have here the decibels that I want to boost. That's why it has this plus here, the minus. So it's 16 dB or minus 16 dB. And besides, it's as I said before, it lets you choose the frequency that you want to cut or boost. Let's check it out, for example. I'm sorry, I had the frequency turned off. Sorry for that. So as you can see, if I choose 100 hertz, I can boost that frequency, that specific frequency, for example, or I can cut it out too. And make the signal thinner and with no bass in that frequency, right? So for example, I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to turn on the middle band frequency. Okay. Okay, well, as you can see, it can give you more control than a fixed equalizer. It can give you a lot of more control on the frequency that you want to affect, right? And there's the high band, and it is the same. You choose the frequency that you want to choose, and some of these equalizers also have a low cut filter or a high cut filter. What it does, it lets you cut frequency from one point. For example, if you choose 80 hertz, it will cut 80 hertz and less than 80 hertz. If you choose 240 hertz, it will cut 200 hertz, but also all the frequencies that are before 240 hertz. And there is the high cut filter, which will cut the high frequencies. If you choose 10K, you will cut 10 kilohertz and all of the frequencies above 10 kilohertz, like 11,000, 2000K, and more. So this is the equalizer that is called semi-parametric, and I don't use this. Well, I use this equalizer, but I use more the next one that I'm going to talk about, which is this is the parametric equalizer. This is the one that comes with Cubase, and this equalizer lets you choose the frequency that you want to affect, but besides, it has a Q factor. I'm going to explain what Q is. Let's for example turn on this this band. It's a 4-band equalizer. These equalizers come in different varieties from 2 to 10 bands that you can affect. So let's check this out with this guitar. Okay, so I choose the frequency 680 hertz, for example. I boost this frequency 22.6 decibels, and the Q means this band is affecting more frequencies. It's not only affecting 680 hertz. It's affecting some frequencies before and some frequencies after. So the Q lets you widen or tighten this this band. For example, I'm sorry, the plugin is turned off, so okay, and we can also cut frequencies like this. Okay, so this is I think the most common equalizer on mixing. It's a very, very useful tool. I'm going to talk about later on this video series of mixing audio about some of the uses that I do for this tool in particular. And well, let's move to the next equalizer. But well, before that, I'm going to show you another equalizer, which is also a parametric equalizer, for example. But this, instead of having a graphic, like where you can see this graphic, what you are doing to the signal, it only has knobs. Okay, it only has knobs. It has this is the Q. It's a wide and a tight Q. This is the same as this one, for example, right? Tight and wide. And this equalizer also has here are the frequency that you are going to choose. This is 850 hertz and 2.01 kilohertz, and it lets you control also the decibels if you want to lower or to boost the frequency, right? So this is also a parametric equalizer. I use these tools a lot, the ones that have knobs instead of graphics. I'm going to explain further of this, why I choose this over this equalizer. And I just wanted to let you know that that this equalizer, these types of equalizers are also something that you're going to see very often in mixing. The ones that have knobs instead of a graphic, right? Okay, so let's move on to the last equalizer, which is a graphic EQ. And this one, what it does, it lets you choose a frequency, a specific frequency, and it only affects if you cut or boost the frequency. And there are different equalizers that have less or more bands. This one is a 30 bands equalizer, and you have here which frequency is 25. The spectrum is from 25 all the way to 20K. So you have a lot of frequencies here, and what you can do here is to boost. These are the decibels, or to cut the frequency. So let's check it out with the guitars. Some of you might think why this equalizer is a different from this one. From this one, for example. Here I can choose the frequency, and I can cut or boost. But the difference here, as you can see, is that you have a graphic here. So these are only knobs, and here you have a more graphic view of what you're doing. Okay, so well, these are the most usable equalizers in mixing. And well, this one I don't see it very often in mixing, but this type of equalizer, but we use a lot on our real amps, so that's why I wanted to put it here. So there you go, folks. Thank you very much for your attention and for your support. If you want, you can share these videos with other people, spread the knowledge of this, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of these videos. Ask questions if you have doubts or something in the comments. I'm going to be more than happy to help you out with that. Follow me on my social network, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I am putting some updates. I try to do that every day on those pages. So thank you all very much, and well, we'll see you next time. All right, bye.